it's all good, man, because people could see right through you, monkey. And it has to be that people feel sorry for you. They look at you, they see you're a bum. They're like, he's got his toes busting out his sneaker. He's a poor bitch. I'm gonna leave him alone, you know. But you know what? I got.
All the years you know me, you never see me with holes or feet hanging out my shit. The rumors these guys start unreal.
Well, like, you need to be stopped in your path, and that's my job. That's why they call me the Enforcer.
I'm curious to hear about Big Man setting me up. That turns me on when I hear you trying to talk that shit.
I know, it's typical of a fag, gets turned on by another man's conversation.
What turned me on tonight is you said I belong on your dick, like that's your biggest fantasy and dream. But anyway, I'm going to go out back and smoke it out. Mr. Ghetto Superstar, I don't think he's going to answer your question anywhere truthfully without singing you a story for 10 minutes to throw you off the point. I'll be back. Man, because Richie exposed him to the hilt, punked him, and proved his manhood to the point where I got him begging me to come meet him to finish the fight he started. It only ends one way. Told you that.
The day you come to the Barclay and you see who I really am, Richie, you're going to shit yourself.
I'm not worried about who you really are, who you think you are, or who you portrayed out here on the mic. You're nothing to me, and the day you come for me, the day you tap me on the shoulder and try to, it's the last thing you do in this life. We're clear.
That all sounds good, but you know what? You know what? Tricks are for kids, silly rabbit.
Nah, man, stop trying to bite my words. Silly rabbit, dicks are for chicks, Rick's radios to do it, Richie is, and I'm clear. You know, you're not really good at that, dude. But anyway, cry on, and learn. You're learning day by day. I don't know why you're learning. My father didn't put me here to school you. He put me here to show you what you're made out of. Nothing. You're at my feet, my toes, licking your way up.
How long do you think you're going to be at this residence that you currently reside at before you get evicted? Huh? 194 Utica, you didn't last too long there. How long do you think you're going to last here, Richard? Don't you think the landlady had enough of you?
Well, you know, Mr. 250, according to you, I've been getting evicted from the private home a month after my antenna went up, and it's going on 4 years now. I'd say that bothers you very, very much. But you know what? We're going to leave it at this. I'm gonna forget conversation with you again or acknowledging you because I like it better, and we're just gonna wait for your manhood to arise, and we're gonna wait for you to try to cash some of them checks you out. Until then, cry on, bitch.
Just look at my video gates, whoever's interested. A no-show at the Barclay. I punked him not once, but twice. And I want to meet him in a public place. This way he can't say brutality. He can't sue the city of New York, all right? Because you got to understand one thing. Once he comes at me sideways, I have to neutralize the threat with great prejudice, and we all know what that means.
Well, that all sounds good, but that's doing nothing for the plea cop of you trying to escape. Richie owns you, your life, your half a career, and everything, and sooner or later he's going to cash in on it. You're just hoping I'm stupid enough to go meet you to finish your fight. That's never going to happen. But me collecting on this bill that I'm waiting to collect on, just remember, I own you. At any given time, I can rain down on you. But I'm hoping your manhood surfaces before that. You bring your Kevlar gloves and attempt to tap me on the shoulder on a nice public street called Utica Avenue. Until then, cry on, you little candy-ass fag.
Wait a minute, Richard. How could you own me if you never met me? Elaborate, sir.
I'm going to elaborate just the way it's meant to be. The shit you put over the air towards me, once you crossed those 240-30 lines and you did the irreversible, I own you. And I own you from this point forward. And you're hoping and praying that I'd be stupid or sucker enough to meet you, and that blows my kill you on sight and recognition. It ain't happening like that. I own you, nigga. And that's the bottom line. The only one that got exposed out here is you. The only junkie out here is you. The only fraud out here is you. The king of New York. I'll be back, guys.
Richie, how many times I keep telling you, man, I get tested, random drug tested. I work for the city of New York. I'm a civil servant. How can I be a junkie, Richard? I have no drugs in my body. Stop making up stories, man.
I seen you accuse me of every drug under the sun and back out of the confrontation and the drug test and cry the same story because you got it in, they fixed the test for you. I ain't worried about where you work, what test you think you take. Only thing I'm worried about is the things you said you're going to do. Once you stated those things, I own you. And there's nothing you can do about it except cry on, try to flee a cop, spin doctor, give me an opportunity to finish the fight. Come at me. I can't be a no-show if I never agreed to be. Dude, you're just too funny. You're the worst pussy I ever met in 30 years. Excuse me, not met. Worst pussy I've ever heard on a mic in 30 years. I'll be back, guys.
So you know what? The next time you go to the shrink to keep your entitlements flowing, they're going to look at you, and they're going to look in those puffy eyes of yours, and they're going to, you know what? He's not crazy. He's retarded. That's Down syndrome. That's not psychosis. And they're going to realize there's nothing wrong with you, bitch, because there's people, and I'm not putting people with Down syndrome down, that actually work for...
Yeah, anybody within the sound of my voice, I'm going out back. I'll get the video gate later. When he's done, tell him Elvis has left the building so he'll stop crying and pleading his case. We're clear.
Is how you get over on the system. That's crazy. And I have to support your monkey ass. Do I got time to make popcorn? Oh, yeah. You can make popcorn. No, actually, I got to get out of here in a few, man. Yeah, I got to work tomorrow. Unlike my buddy over there, 127, who is dependent on his entitlements in Section 8, I actually got to work for a living. Oh, boy. All right, I won't make the popcorn. I'll just wave it to the band. Gypsy's out. Wave it, Gypsy.
I thought Big Man got me the place to live in. That was Section 8 housing. What up, Gypsy? I'm waving. I'll be back.
Good comedy hour. Glad I came down. I needed a smile.
I wish you were here to hear him say I belong on his dick. You would have died.
See, it's all good, man. Yeah, it's all good. As long as you guys ain't throwing blows at each other. Physically, over the radio, it's funny as shit. Well, I've been invited him to the Barclays Center. I've been giving him multiple opportunities to come to the Boys Club in New York, over here in the Lower East Side. I would pay the gym session and everything. He wouldn't have to pay a penny. And I would pay for car service to and from his house. But he would probably not make it back. That I could promise you. You might visit him in ICU in Bellevue Hospital. But that's as far as he's going to get out of the gym. But I will pay from his house to the Boys Club free of charge. That I will give limousine service at his choice. I like to promote that. Get everybody from the radio to come down, make some money off of that. That should be on pay-per-view, man. Yeah, but why would you want to see a 30-second knockout, man? I mean, there's people out there that didn't...
It's not going to take me no 30 seconds. It's going to be one shot. Blink of an eye quick.
Well, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see Richie there with his stupid face, stupefied look. And as soon as the bell rings, sleepy... 127 is going to sleep. It's all good, man. But I look at him as...
This is psychosis. What he projects in his mind will happen. He actually sees these things happening, dude.
It's not cool. It's not cool when you call ACS on someone multiple times and they don't even have kids. You're wasting resources by doing that, Richard. That's not cool. You know.
Yeah, whoever it is on this channel that did that, dude, I commend you. I don't even mind taking the weight for it. But you see how it got them. How many people they accuse of doing this? But it's got to be me because I'm the cop out here.
Shit behind the scenes. That's not cool, Richard.
I'm sure Gypsy knows where I grew up, and he knows I didn't call ACS to your door, but he'd like to hear that story. He'd like to hear your proof of this. I'm sure he would.
That's not cool.
I'm sure he would love to hear your proof of this.
Oh, not only do I have proof, I have proof of you bragging about it and laughing and giggling with Mike Pellegrino, the biggest racist out here. That's why he got kicked off of this channel.
So somebody laughing with something about somebody or something after the fact makes them the person behind it. Okay, I understand your logic. Go on, detective.
Well, you know what? You know what? When you commit a crime and you happen to be involved in it, all right, and you know you have knowledge of it, and you do nothing about it, you implicate yourself, Richard. So sometimes it's better to just mind your business and stay out of shit. See, that's your problem. And that's the problem with people out here. They want to jump in front of you and save a crackhead. And that's what caused a problem on this channel from the beginning.
I can't believe this junkie don't even realize what he just said. So what you're saying is me and Pellegrino were laughing before the ACS went down, that's how we're behind it? Or us laughing after the fact puts us in collusion and down with the... Yo, Mr. Enforcer, don't ever try to convince anybody out here you're a cop ever again. I'll be back, guys. I'm going to smoke this spliff.
Bag it out. Oh yeah, Richie got the power of that glass pipe in his hand. That makes him very powerful. It's not glass tubes that make him strong, it's the glass pipe. Yo, I'm back, yeah. You're gonna take that shit, Richie? Go knock him out already.
Listen, this man retried everything under the sun, crossed every line, made sure I own his future, his liberty, and his soul, and now he's begging me to end the fight he started for him. When I told him, don't start it, dude. You're not going to win, and you're nowhere near prepared to finish. And, you know, they feeling it now. This is glorious, man. Let me go outside and smoke this out. You keep him going, Gypsy. Gypsy, get him to tell you how I'm involved with ACS and how some guy put me in an apartment there, but now it's Section 8. I'll be back, boys.
Wait, what? Now you're denying it, Richie? You're denying it, but when you and Pellegrino were bragging about it, you were there sitting back and giggling and having a good old time. Now you're in full denial. That's typical of a coward. When he gets caught doing something, he don't want to be implicated. Wow, I can't believe it. You're going to make Pellegrino take the blame for it.
Well, you know, as you can say, with how many people you accuse and how your boy Cupcake swears he knows it wasn't Richie, you could cry on and label it with me, man. Remember, I'm the junkie, I'm the thief, I'm the fraud, but I'm not the one that got exposed out here as being so, and I'm not the one crying for the man who exposed me to come meet me. Ain't that a bitch? I'll be back.
First of all, what did you expose? You don't even know me, man. What did you expose? You see, everything I got on you came from your own mouth, from your own video gates. You don't hear me?
Well, at least he came clean. Remind him of that. At least he came clean.
Who understands reality, and a person who's overcome by psychosis, overcome by K2, overcome by that horse, that big H that you...
He's just overcome that I stepped into his world and robbed him of his manhood.
Yeah, because you're fun, man. You're a clown out here. Oh, wow, Richie. You put some good numbers in my radio right now. I'm going to have to tell Enforcer to turn on that big box he's got now. When I say...
I'm in low, dude. I'm in low. You want me to start really turning it up?
You gotta tell Enforcer. You got to keep the fight fair, man. It ain't right. Enforcer, put on that little one pill you got over there. I'm running a 4-watt radio. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. He keys up on me. I'm running 4 watts, and I'm telling you exactly how it went down. And Richie, he could key up on me.
Ask him about the big man. Ask him, say, who's this big man?
Because I got to break out. I got to get up early for work anyway.
Serious. Pop that question, Gypsy.
And Richie, don't worry, man. Don't worry. I know you hate when I expose you. But remember...
I don't know how he could expose me from anything he got. He just admitted that came clean comes from my own video games. How can he expose me with my own exposure? I'll never figure this out.
Check it out.
Alright, I'm going to roast this L. Hey, Gypsy, ask him about the big man. You'll get a kick out of this one. Just keep in mind, little Richie Cappy. Keep in mind.
I'm not the one that was noticed sleeping behind a gas station. I'm not the one that was pulled. 88666 and a place to live. You see, that's how unappreciative he is. When the man helped him from the situation he was in, or helped him out of, check it out on the man. When his family tried to give him shelter, not once, but not twice, multiple times, he robbed the family's home of valuable, precious possessions.
Hey, Gypsy, what would happen if a cat named Little Richie Cappy robbed any member of his family's home? Listen to this cat.
That want to help you, and you turn around Christmas in a Santa Claus suit and say, fuck my family. See, this is all documented on his own video gates. You can watch it yourself. I'm not making any of this up. Who does that? Who puts a Santa Claus suit on and say, fuck my family? That's because he got kicked out twice.
Nah, it's because they pulled strings to make sure I didn't get that other apartment when I moved out of 194. It came through them, and then at the last minute, they pulled the string on me. That's what fuck my family's about. I'll be back.
His daddy said, no more. You're on your own. We can't allow it.
Gee, my mother and father got a divorce when I was 5 or 6. I never met my father. I had to track him down at 17 again, singing the shit of going to the army. I'll be back.
Baby Jesus. All alone in that cold cave. All alone. Bless his old here. All alone by yourself in that cold cave, baby Jesus. Own family. And then at the end of the year, every year, you have videos out there in Santa Claus suits say, fuck my family. Baby Jesus all alone in that cave with the cows and cold cave all alone. But I'm not the judge. And I'm not the jury. But I do believe in one thing, Richard. I believe in love. And I believe...
Here comes the karma spiel. Here comes the karma spiel. I do believe everybody on CB Radio in 4 years now gets the gist that he's crying over my video gates, my life, and anything that I might have said in my gates that either drives him crazy or created a psychosis of a crusade in his brain. You're King of New York, I'll be back.
Lord Jesus, all alone in that cold cave, bless his family.
I don't know, man. You'll have to get it from Too Far Below. You know, as you can see, me and him hang out a lot there, and I do indulge in his vices. Pay attention.
That's right. Check it out. Here's me.
Kenny, stop stepping on him, man. At least if you're gonna get involved, man, you know, ask the right questions. Don't bitch out on me.
You see, that's the difference of an addict and a junkie. And an alcoholic, they need to be in a different reality.
Hold on, man. I'm sorry if I did all this drugs in my video gates or drank all that alcohol that I ain't drank in a couple of decades. I'm sorry if I did all this on my video gates to give him this firepower. I believe he said a couple of minutes ago, everything he got on me comes from my video gates and only my video gates. Wow. Some tough guy, some man with a reason. And how can he not say I didn't crawl out of his speaker and take over his heart, mind, manhood, body, and world? I'll be back. I don't know what to label this video game, man. It's a hard call.
Label it. Gypsy's got the best fucking audio in Brooklyn.
I think I'm going to label it ACS and a couple of other things in the title. I'll be back, guys. I'm going to smoke a joint, an L, something I do freely on my video gate, on the street, and in front of half you eyes that met me. That can be proven. I'm clear.
This is as real can get. Richie, you got...
Oh, I got him to pump it up. Correct.
Your family try to get you into a problem. You gotta stop doing everything. You don't fit the You gotta give this shit.
Hey. He a little irate right now, man. He really mad. But anyway, since nobody knows how to ask the right questions,
I'm going to get out of here, sit back, and let y'all enjoy your airway. We're clear.
Once he comes to terms with his addiction, with his psychosis, and he puts the K2 down in that crack pipe.
I apologize, man. I've been smoking his crack and K2 with him for how many years now?
Continue his masquerade out here. And no one's buying it anymore. It's done. Not that they ever did buy it. They were basically just patronizing him. But he's too stupid to see that.
Country, it's the second night in a row. You two
Well, you know, I go with carriers. I definitely hear you. Way over him. I don't know what Richie's playing with over there. Maybe he's on the wrong antenna. But your little 4-pill just killed him. No, I don't have a 4-pill. I don't have a 4-pill. It's a little 2-pill Dave made, man. I do have a 4-pill, but it's in the box. That's up for sale. And,
he modified it, made 2 different videos with it, and now is trying to sell it to some sucker out here, but never had it on the table once.
Mr. Gypsy, Russian.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Just a little cool stroke. Hey, Gypsy, don't get caught by that 4-pill shit. Don't get caught by that 4-pill rat, man. You might get sucked in.
Thought is going to drop down that chimney. Good luck with that. Yeah, well.
Roger, right on. Well, Santa Claus dropped down earlier in the summer here with that other thing that we never seen or heard of. But anyway, it all belongs to Bob's PM Electronics, man. That's all people that are buying brand new equipment that he ain't got there that got to be special ordered. And 250 Blow gets to unbox it before they even know it ever came in. The King of New York, I'm clear.
His tubes, because he's just wasting his RF right now. That's all, being on the honest side. You heard it?
Yeah, but I'm not wasting that much RF because when I'm on the key, he can't hear you at all.
I'm destroying you with a little Dave May 2-pill, Richard. So
hold on, he's talking to you and singing to me, dude.
He's not hearing you.
All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved in that. I call it how I hear it, man. It's a shameful thing, though, I gotta say. How about it, Gypsy? They let me talk, go ahead. See you again. Alright, I just did a 1 Gypsy. Two-pill my ass.
Even Gypsy knows
That's
you're a
it,
liar,
my
Bob.
two-pill, I kid you not. Yeah, sure. What's it doing on the burning now? Well,
The dead key's 300 and swing 600. That's what he cried to me in 206 on multiple occasions.
the bunk and swinging. About 1 1/4 swinging. Sure. You don't want to tell me what you're swinging to with that fancy meter you're running over there. Alright. That's an average, a little bit more than an average 2-pill, correct? It's a lot more than average, correct. Well, that's why I called it a 4-pill. I mean, shoot. Yeah, but it's still a 2-pill. I mean, physically, electronically, it's a 2-pill. It's a 2-pill original Toshiba 2879s. I mean, you know, whether it's a little above average, it's still physically a 2-pill unit. It's not a 4-pill. You may say it sounds like a 2-pill.
Well, for a guy that was getting out of here a half an hour ago, at least you got him to stop sucking my dick, so you're pretty good in that department, Gypsy.
Look at my videos, you see the upgrade I did on this thing. And on my Enforcer 4-pill. But,
Ask him why he never put the 4-pills in line, but he's trying to sell them without showing you they work.
and we're going to be working with some real stuff, man. I was checking out your videos. See, I checked them all out. Check out Richie's videos. Collect to hear my audio. So I get to hear it.
Hey, with the wave there, Enforcer.
Waving it there, my brother. Mr. Realistic waving it.
Hey, what's going on there, my brother?
Please excuse the break while I was talking. I'll let it happen this time.
I put the wave there, man. Just throwing my blessings your way. Lower there.
Nah, he got to go to the people that'll help him suck Richie's dick and help him on the Richie crusade. And you don't want to get involved, so you're gone.
If you watch the video, you've seen what I've done. And it definitely enhanced the performance. I'm not going to lie. But it's still a two-pill, man. And, you know, when you do it and you do it right and you do it yourself when you know what you're doing, that makes the difference in the world. But I'm really surprised, actually disappointed with these builders, how they skimp. I'm really disappointed, but it is what it is, man. They gotta make a profit, I guess. But like I tell people out there, I don't build amps. I just make them better. With that, I'm gonna put it on the rack, man. It's time for me to go. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna say 7-3 to everyone out there. Gypsy, you have a good one. Realistic. And people I didn't mention, I think 9 was out there. And the haters out there, you have a good evening. I don't want to leave anyone out. And of course, my number one fan out there, Richard. Just look at my gates and look at all the commentary. One commentary coming from me. Who's a fan of who? God bless. Until next time. Somewhere around the lower deck. Bravo. Monday through Friday. Weekends, holiday, and vacation.
Come back quiet.
Well, bang, bang. I hate to say this in the same breath. 259-127-467 Brooklyn Bandit waving the hand.
Well, I think that storyteller finally went 10-7. But anyway, top of the internet to you, Brooklyn Bandit.
Night off, yes, top of the evening. And I hear Pumpkin stuff is still going out there. He's still in the fuzz, but I hear him out there. Uh-oh. Richie, your signal's coming back up, closer to almost what it used to be. That dude is back out here. Uh-oh, it feels like old times.
My signal's nowhere near where it used to be, but anyway, we had one person ask him a real question, and he sang a story and wrote a whole book and gave the man 0 for an answer, and we had one pouring gasoline on him, so I guess we did good out here tonight. You're holding the wall, the most talked about, most envied and feared man on and off the mic is Club.
Richie, you're doing alright tonight. You're definitely doing alright. I just click it on. I say you're a certified psycho. Here, and just under his breath, I hear, wipe out. Just under his breath, just like you wanted to do. So you're doing alright tonight. But again, I'm waving a hand out there.
Yeah, the wipeout doesn't go as hard as my voice. The wipeout does about half the power. The minute I open that mouth. She zings up to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I think it's the highs of the wipeout. It's the highs, because your raspy voice can get caught up in all that audio of 250. So I think it's just the highs of the wipeout that's breaking it through. So, you know, no action, nobody's helmet out here. But, you know, maybe next time you try again with your voice. But, like I say, that raspiness will get clogged up in the audio.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, you know, they're fearing when I get back to the hilltop. They're fearing what's going to happen when I get back up, you know what I mean?
Well, Richie, well, they think I'm one of your boys, one of your close personal friends or whatever, which, you know, I can see you a CB boy and everything, but even I am afraid of when you get to the rooftop. When you get to the rooftop,
Ah, listen, you already know what's going to happen. Same thing that happened before I left. The airwave and the bandwave is going to shut down. There ain't going to be one crying, moaning bitch out here. And you're not going to hear them in your radio or the video gates anymore. Just like I never left the avenue. Frankie, I got to go work some of this L, man. I'll be back.
Well, I hate to give you guilty conscience, but because of you, I did click up after I came back from walking my beast. Yeah. And all I heard was you reminiscing with your video gates out there. And I tell you the truth, whatever else was out there was taken out by them. And I live in the present, sure, the future. I don't live in the past, and I had to shut it down right away before I could even key up.
Roger, right on, Frank. Frankie, I will be back. Your hole-in-the-wall Brooklyn CB shop, the most talked about, most eminent being man, on and off the mic, in every nation, at every table, we're clear.
Well, Richie, as long as you know, I fear no man, I fear no one, except the Lord Jesus Christ and his Father. You taking your fucking Father, you motherfuckers? You taking? Shut the fuck up. Shut up, stupid. How about it, Snowman? You out here? What's up there, Mr. 135? I know 305 is definitely out of the box. He's going all boy, night. You can't tell me I'm the only prick out here. Shit, he's got another minute. Check it out. Check it out. A prick with 25% off? Exactly. Shadow 31. Well, tell another man, sleep tight. What you laughing about, man? Sleep tight, or in the bedroom, right? The fucking fucked up. That's what made him run the other day, man. I proved to you sound point like a pointer. The only one that's fucked is you. Tell him, man, it's tight. That's some fucked up shit.
I guess this cat learned to appreciate my video games, huh?
You got your recording telling
radio perceptive.
It's time for a carrier wing. The Carrier Wave Show, Channel 31.
Just a little more than the heartbeat, the adrenaline of this East Coast radio thing. Worldwide star power persona.
Really boring.
I think that kind of sucks to invest in your radio equipment just to throw dead keys.
Yeah, let them waste their electricity. To me, it's just chicken shit. That's all it is. Just like sandbagging. You want to sandbag, bang, bang, wave the hand, and then speak when you're spoken to, okay. I understand that. But just clicking on just to listen, whatever, I don't know. I just can't understand it. I know it's probably an educational experience, but who has time for that?
Sorry, Frankie, but nothing else says scared like dead keys. Keying up and talking, yeah. Chucking music, video games, whatever. But just a flat-out dead key says a whole lot about you. And I tell you, I would not want to have to look in the mirror and say I invested my money and built up my station just so I could drop dead keys.
Tenfold. Chicken shit tactics. But I don't see no dead key, so I'm good over here, just saying.
Well, then you're lucky, because I got about 7 to the 8 pound of it. It's just under the 9, man. It's like more touching the 7 than the 9. You know my meter.
Well, then I'm glad he ain't modulating, because then he'd be taking me out of your box.
Till you bop it up.
Yeah, well, there's no popping. There's no popping right now. I'm on naked $29.95. If I gotta pop it up, I gotta put on something smaller and play around with wires. And I'm just lucky I'm pressing on the key down bar.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I got a big shop and a warehouse hitting New York City soon. You know, I really wouldn't mind guys like that spending their money with me if all they're going to throw is dead keys. I'll make sure they get the tops for much less than everywhere else on the globe. I'll tell you what, Frankie, what's going to happen when I bust loose again, it's going to be like, holy shit, do you see that pricing? Dude, he's putting it in our hands cheaper than we can get it without shipping. He's putting in our hands almost 35% to the cheapest price we can find. What the fuck? Is he in with the manufacturers or something?
Yeah, well, I'll be coming to see you, that's for sure. Because, I think I'm gonna have to definitely do something over here. You know? Between friends and phone alike, yeah. I don't like the feeling of keying up talking to somebody and then unkeying and not sure that they were keying up while I was keying up, you know what I mean? But if I know I'm keying up with a little bit of juice, then it's a different story. But mud ducking, it's kind of hard, you know?
Well, you know, Frankie, to be honest with you, when I open shops and when I go to distributors or when I show up at certain warehouses and manufacturers with my truck, I'm playing cutthroat which means I'm not leaving with the merchandise until I know I got it for a price that says I could put it in your hands 25 to 37% cheaper than you could dial it up on your computer, internet, or walk in anywhere. So I guess you could say I have a very long-standing reputation. And that cat in the Bronx has been to 3 of my establishments. He ought to tell you about the first establishment up there on Route 80 that almost closed his fucking doors. Good thing I closed my doors when I did, because if I didn't, he would have been a done deal. Frankie, I'll be back.
Richie, and that should answer your question of why they all wax Sammy's helmet, okay? Yeah, I used that term again, pardon me, because he still has the store and you don't. So until you get it back and do whatever you gotta do, it's a different story. You have nothing proved to me, you don't have to do a damn thing for me to wave the hand to you and, maybe I'll go you again once in a while here and there, whenever, because it's been a long time, but, yeah, man, that's the whole difference, that's the whole thing. And these guys are Sammy's guys, and you're Richie Radio, and Sammy still got the store, and you don't. So what kind of hole in the wall you got? The hole in the wall you sleep in, and that's what they're teasing you about. Yeah, you were the king of the hill, the king of the mountain at one time, and right now you're a mere mortal, like the rest of us. And now they're taking advantage, and take your lumps.
Well, Frank, there's nothing about me that qualifies or is mortal. Let's get that straight from the door. Secondly, I'm mad. What I'm mad most about back then is that I didn't have YouTube or these kind of phones, man, because Sammy over there from Delta was the second out of 4 different establishments that came to visit me to try to talk reason with me and get me to raise my prices. He said, I don't know how the fuck you'll do, They were crying. The threats, the phone calls, forget about it, bro. How are you able to do this? Well, you see, you have to understand marketing. Once you understand the chain of marketing, you will understand that before you dumb fucks get it, it's got about 7 markups. The way I'm getting it, I'm the 3rd markup on it. But anyway, Frankie, I'll be right back.
Right. If you listen to that, Sammy, you would have still had your shit, is what he's trying to tell you. Because you know what? Maybe out of your trunk, you want to give 40% off of what you're going to get it with shipping. When you have an establishment, 10% off would have been good enough. If you would have raised your price, you would have made more money, and you would have made a friend instead of a foe. And maybe these both would have been able to coexist, because you know what? We need a brick and mortar place. There ain't many. Yeah, there's a couple of truck stops in Jersey, whatever. And I ain't going to the Bronx and see that dude, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, we need a brick and mortar place. We used to have one a very long time ago.
Well, Frank, back then I was a deep cover undercover cop, and these establishments, even though they were owned by me in my name and I was operating and running them, were being financed by a certain criminal subculture, and I really can't divulge information on that, but it wasn't my place. See, now it's all over and done with. So the next venture I venture, it's my money behind me. And the people that were with me back then, they know Richie's got fucking millions. I'll be back, man.
Alrighty then. Just, give me a good price on a KW, that's all. A very good price. I want a very low amperage. I don't care how many volts. Low amp. Kilowatt.
Well, Frank, I'm a little Richie Cappy. What would make me walk away from a family conglomerate like that? We're talking in the top Forbes 550 richest. What makes Richie separate, become a cop, and do his own thing? My government contracts before I went under netted me a real comfortable living. So amongst what I own, I don't need 1 penny of my soon-to-be wife's 46. I'll be back.
Chose a different path. You wanted to be a cop on the side of truth, justice, in the American way, where your family
call them the innocents because they know nothing. My cousins were smart enough not to get involved in anything because it was all going to get handed down. So, you know, but a lot I can't say, Frankie. Frankie, listen, I'm dying to smoke this L, man. I've been holding it in my hand for like an hour. And I don't want this pungent super kush going in my amps or my power supplies or my fans. So I got to step out. Just because I smoke like a banshee don't mean the equipment that's raining down and controlling the city got to smoke. I'll be back.
And stuff.